And let's talk about Joaquin Phoenix. Now, we talked about it the other day that Joaquin Phoenix, was supposed to film this movie, this gay film, and he came to them with the idea to who was the director? Todd Haynes, who we were talking about earlier in the show. So he did this movie. Danny Ramirez was supposed to play his significant other in the film. He's supposed to play like a gay cop, and um what had happened was, days before he was supposed to do the film, he decided to drop out and they said do the cold feet and a bunch of other stuff. But now, word on the curb is he could be facing a lawsuit because this studio, I believe, is going to be in the red within, 7 figures. And he thinking, oh, I got cold feet. I'm like, y'all better set an example that these people can't just be coming in developing stuff. And then days before, it was like, okay, I just don't want to do it. I guess, Joker is gay enough. He ain't want to do another one, another gay movie. So Joaquin Phoenix last minute dropping out from a major film sparks backlash and calls for lawsuits. Now, shout out to Screen Rant for this story. It says Phoenix was originally slated to be part of an untitled gay romance film from Carol director Todd Haynes, which had been close to filming. It was announced that Phoenix had decided his quitting came only 5 days before the movie was slated to begin principal photography in Mexico, leaving the movie without a lead actor. Now, per the Hollywood Reporter, producers are outraged by Phoenix's decision and wonder if legal action should ensue. Now, according to some sources, Phoenix's decision may open him up to legal action, rightfully so, due to the breach of either a verbal or written contract to appear in the film. Now, one studio executive, I should say, said that there has been a huge amount of outrage after Phoenix's decision to depart from the Haynes film. An anonymous source also indicated that this is somewhat of a pattern for Phoenix, saying that he threatened to leave Napoleon unless rewrites were carried out. Well, here's the thing: the rewrites, I don't know if they happen or not, but the movie still wasn't good. So you may threaten all you want, but Napoleon flopped at the box office, and a lot of times people saying that this wasn't a good movie. They said there is a precedent for actors being penalized for leaving films at the last minute. Kim Basinger, for example, was brought to court in 1993 after allegedly breaching a verbal contract that stipulated that she would star in Mainline Pictures' Boxing Helena. Oh my God, I remember this story. And I do remember she was taken to court. Who started that film? Was it Laura Flynn Boyle? I think wound up taking over or being in the part. So if y'all can recast that part, y'all can recast Joaquin Phoenix, quiet as it's kept. Unless it's sort of a thing where the people that came aboard as producers were like, well, no, we came on board to promote and greenlight this film because Joaquin was supposed to be a part of it. Though the original $8.92 million in damages were overturned, Basinger ended up settling with Mainline for $3.8 million. Similarly, Bruce Willis's departure from the never-finished Disney film Broadway Brawler left him obligated to make 3 films with Disney to make peace. So they also said while the Willis type agreement would likely not work in the case of the Haynes film. And I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. Even though, I make a deal. I'm like, you know what, I'll just do 3 movies with y'all that, we can work out something. As long as y'all don't dip into my wallet, I'd be here for that. But they saying it might not work for this Haynes film since it's not attached to a big studio because I think it's an independent film. So I feel like at this point, y'all need to pursue legal action. That's the only way I can think about it. Now, if it was a big tempo, like if I did something like that for Warner Brothers, if I was supposed to star in a film for Warner Brothers and I was like, you know what? I'm backing out at the last minute. It's just like, I got do the cold feet. I would make a deal like, you know what? I'll do 3 Warner Brothers movies. That'll be the deal. So that way, we, take the L, lose out on that money, but I will give you me for 3 or maybe 4 Warner Brothers films. That sounds like a pretty good deal. But like they said, because this film is independent, he's going to have to pay it. And I feel like y'all should dip into his wallet. Look, he can use some of that money he made from Foley Out and the other Joker movie and all the other films he made, put a little, scrape a little coin together and pay them what you owe them. Because you're the one that put them in the ring. These producers, they're having to borrow this money from banks and things. So you thinking like what? This money fell out of and I'm gonna use a Kamala Harris term, a coconut tree. So they also said to make things worse, there has even been some talk amongst Hollywood producers. God damn, they talking about blackballing Joaquin from future Hollywood productions, quashing his future career. At the same time, producers have admitted that this choice is idealistic and likely not realistic for a major actor. And here's the thing. I don't think they could blackball him because God forbid, or it should be God forbid, or just say, let's just say this Joker sequel does $1 billion plus. You know, it makes more money than the original Joker. Y'all gonna blackball him? Because if he's a box office draw and he's making Hollywood money, you know the one thing about Hollywood, money talks. You can be the skeeviest person in the world. As long as you make the money and you don't do something too extreme, they'll continue backing up the Brinks truck for you to give them that money. Because that's what Hollywood is. They're all about money. Show business. So it said most likely, if any repercussions for Phoenix would involve some kind of monetary settlement. And talent agent who was not involved in the Haynes project noted that as long as they threaten, he'll settle. It's nothing to him. While this is just one opinion, this kind of rhetoric indicates that Phoenix's overall career will be safe after the decision. Even so, his last-minute departure is sure to put a sour taste in the mouth of a number of Hollywood producers and directors who may hesitate to work with him in the future. And I was thinking that too. It's like, you know what? You don't think about this, but this one decision, it causes a chain effect, a domino effect. Chain reaction, domino effect, same shit, different toilet. Now I'm like, okay, because of your reputation, I may not want to work with you. Similar to, let's bring him in the conversation, Armand Wiggins. That blow up that he just did the other day with Funky Dineva, you got to realize when y'all start going on top, I don't need y'all mentorship. I don't need this. If you start cussing this one out, cussing that one out, people are watching you. People are looking at this. You may not, you never know who's watching. I learned this. I know there's people out there, they may be silent watching, but they watching. Other bloggers, industry people. So that's why I choose my words carefully. A lot of, I do have the unfilteredness, but I say what I say in a respectful way, sort of. But you have to also realize that when y'all start blowing up, you have to realize what that does. That affects you because then they're gonna look at you like, oh, he's a loose cannon. Oh, he's being a Kanye because Kanye, Gemini, and so is Armand. So you have a right to feel valid in the way which you do or whatever. But you blowing up, people are watching it. They're not gonna want you or recommend you or consider you if there's a show that comes up down the road and they need to do a panel show. Like, what if they actually created a TGIF type of show for a network? They're not going to consider you because they know your reputation. You got into it with a lot of people. Same thing with Joaquin. This is the thing that you pull with people, that you're going to threaten to quit movies. You want to get cold feet days before. That's why I say y'all should have locked this down in a contract from the beginning and said, like, whenever people start on to do a film, unless they decide, the overheads or whoever the people that are coming out with the finances the film decides to cancel this movie, because a lot of movies don't get made in Hollywood. But if they go and they cancel the film from being made, then you can skate by and get off scot-free. But you as an actor who came and helped develop the script and was even pushing her to be like, yeah, let's push the envelope when it comes to this, the same sex scenes. If you was out here egging this on and now you got to put yourself in a position of possibly being the one that has to pretend you taking dick on camera or vice versa, you're the one that came to them with all of this. They're the ones that was like, you know what? Yeah, let's push the envelope. That's why I'm looking forward to that Luca Guadagnino movie, Queer, with Daniel Craig. I want to see how far they go with that. At least that's an actor that commits to his damn craft. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Do y'all think that the studios, if it does happen, have a right to sue him? I say yeah, because if you sign on, a lot of you straight people that want to come up here and infiltrate our spaces because y'all thinking y'all gonna get a damn Oscar if y'all play homosexual on camera. If y'all gonna make y'all bed, you gotta lie in it. And if you're gonna cost these people millions of dollars to fund your vanity project only for you to quit at the last damn minute, yeah, you need to be sued. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.